Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.
Ding 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 ding! Welcome back to Counter-Strike, welcome back to the 9th round, welcome back to the final. The Hellcase Cup number 7. We have waited a little bit, but now who's gonna pick up that lion's share? 40% of the $57,000 prize pool. That's correct! Before we start things off, let's check. What do the odds say? GG Bet, the bet makers. And I said AVANGAR is pretty much favorable in this. That's what the community most likely said. 100% agree with that, actually. AVANGAR seems quite shaky today. Besides that, what else do we got? Of course, don't forget, at Hellcase, you can get yourself those cases which actually support this cup and much more. And also a code, which allows you to get a bit of extra money. And then besides that, my favorite, I really have to say my favorite ad, the chicken thing. Chicken almost got caught. Help us to catch it. And yeah, you're gonna get yourself some nice skins with that over at Hellcase. Don't forget about that. Now, AVANGAR onto the T sites. Let's see what they can deliver. Let's see what they can do. Because otherwise, it might be Kinguin running away with a victory, as they have nearly found themselves success back there on Mirage. We're looking quite dominant on Train, and let's see what they can offer us on a map that is one of Germany's favorites, by the way. Cash. And statistically speaking, both teams quite decent on it. A little bit more experience. Kinguin mostly can deliver. As you see, Kinguin are not really focusing on the A side. It's more of a retake situation they're having, especially with Taz having a double flash with minis. Oh, that's a beautiful shot that puts it out onto Fitch. C4 made it onto the sides. It's also silent, that the bomb is going to be planted in a second, and the crucial individual, you just see it on the map, just wanted to say it could be Buster, but right that second he got executed. They right Taz in the minis. He knows that this one's still main, tries to tap away Kicker, doesn't seem to make it work. Taz is taking a long time with that nade in his hands. And as they're finding Fraction now, AVANGAR, they might be able to take that control. Will they? Is it actually the case? Mosino, as well as Minis, are finding another. Kicker is executed. And this time, it seems like AVANGAR will not be able to get the conversion rounds to their opponent because they're not even making it. Minis and Rallin down to low HP. Success is there. With the 1-0 start from Kinguin, I mean, towards the end, there were many situations where it looked like something faded at AVANGAR. Though they have recently won a LAN tournament in New York. They've recently qualified for the wildcard qualifier. Oh, Jesus, so many qualifiers. For the wildcard qualifier of the Epicenter tournament, by the way. Good tournament. I think there's going to be some cool matchups we're going to see there. But in general, that's going to be quite much fun. And, well, they have made that. Besides all of this. Ouch. Besides all of this, just in general, success in that. Talking about that success. Have fun, Tass. You're on your own. Buster's coming. Buster's taken out. Number 1. Playing a little bit around it. Crizzen. Yeah, he's going to get that right for his opponent. Oh, Taz with a triple. And it's going to be exactly what the team needed. Jame, you might just try, but the ZZ is not the tool you're really looking for. At least Rallin, he gets a bit of damage, he does. But Taz, major damage he dealt after one of his teammates already got shut down back on the side of A. And that's a setup you can do. Quite interestingly enough, I mean, that was odd. You see it right there. AVANGAR, they got the plans on the first one. They said, we're taking one guy on the AK to find frags and entries. Kicker is a great individual. He has to IGL right now as well. So, it's a problem on the one hand. It's good on the other. And we saw there was the entry. If Taz didn't deliver that way, it could have ended quite differently. And right now, main control they're going to take. And Minis is not turning around in time. For TAS. Gotta be once more the guy. Keep an A to himself. Support from Rowland at that point. That was also a very odd move from Rowland. Nice spray from Reeds, but I'm a little bit confused about this entire round. You hear the Olo steps. TAS rather saves. There's a fish. Back in middle, he finds one. And he wants to go for the aggression. He definitely goes for that aggression. Sees that no one is there. Buster could still mollow him out. He stinked. Does the seasoned veteran get that clutch or not? He doesn't have a kid on himself. From behind, Kicker arrives over the vents. There were a few situations which actually confused me big time. I mean, maybe it was just me, but Minis coming in there and not turning around in time, maybe actually expected that flashback to be different, but Rowland there in the middle just peeking quite wide with an 8 in his hands, not expected that anyone stands there in middle in the end. That was a little odd. Now, nearly actually with the double time thing. I did that once. Or twice? The double time? I don't know. I think twice. It's exhausting. I can tell you that. Either way. 2-1. And Kinguin still having the lead. The ZZs. We have seen the Polish guys being quite successful with pistols against AVANGAR. As AVANGAR taking their time and not playing it too stressful. Not a boost from TAS gets interesting because it's extremely delayed. Kicker has not heard it and he finds him. Good frack, but B sights. That's actually the target. Fast move it needs to be. Reeds can't connect. No, he can't. Buster go down to just low HP. That would have been too beautiful if he found any of those, but he couldn't really bring it to the table. Retaking this is debatable, actually, because you got 4 players with armor, you got 2 quite okay guns, and 2 which are trash. So, those through would be an option. Oh, Mosino with the flick, though. Fitch reacting in time. That should be TAS now realizing, okay, we're rather keeping those. Try to make them look good. There it goes. AVANGAR securing the seconds, that works. A bit of damage, yeah, surely, but in the end, Kinguin set up right now is the most interesting, possibly. Rowland could drop at least a pistol to Mosino, but he's investing himself. And a 2-2 scoreline with TAS once more on the rifle. Savior of the A side, you could call him. He can be quite open, and a Buster, who's right now realizing very soon, once he jiggle peeks a little bit wider, got the information. And we see AVANGAR playing it more passive, and we see them might be a little bit mid-focused. They got Minis through the doors, but you see from start on, AVANGAR is not really an information-happy sort of team. It definitely has been hurt. Now Minis' patience is the crucial part. That's the right angle. Takes him out in the end. That's pretty much you need. That's a great start right now for the team. Whilst they've pushed through main, and Kicker is the crucial individual in this. As his focus shifts, this might be interesting. You know, if Rowland would make any sounds, he might just gain the attention of Kicker. Even though up there, James stands. They're both waiting. TikTok, it is on the clock. Like a good old Kesha song used to be. They're definitely going main. Taz hearing that. Taz can't find it. And there's another, and there's another, and there's a triple. Thought it would have been Taz who would have needed to enter this one, but no chance about it. As the veteran didn't really do it. If his AK in the end, kicker just pressed W. And just straight through. Made it work. Killed free. There you go. And AVANGAR getting that C4 down and just realizing there's only a round in life. It doesn't even matter. And there's going to be nothing else than the 3-2. AVANGAR, they're taking the lead of this, and this is a map they were not too successful on in general, but in the end, Kinguin seem to not be too successful at that point right now. Therefore, that is just the situation they're caught up in right now. Free to 2, and Kinguin, they're at it, and they're at it big time. Because right now, this team, they're about to take, I mean, the lion's share of this. They nearly won a map where AVANGAR is just too good at. And they showed us what they're actually capable of back on train. AVANGAR seems a little bit weird today. And tells the Kinguin. Showed us also a few rounds where decent firepower worked out quite well. Talking about it, Buster taken out. Seems for seconds. Task position might be the crucial change in this. Because at this point in time, it's not too expected. At the same point, though, Fitch finding Rowland mid-control, that might be just taking a second. Depends on the knees. If he wants to sneak around or keep himself hidden towards sandbags, a position that has not been played too often yet. Fish, who's actually called Fitch, is going to be taken out. Stabs with one, but up onto Shroud. He can't do much more than that. It's only kicker alive. Grabs the bomb. 45 more seconds is still more than good. The Mollo comes close. Oh no. You never know about Counter-Strike and how flames evolve around the map. Kicker, though, sees the bit of the angle. Might find himself more. He does. Gets himself Mousino as well. And as he already has 3 frags on the board in this round for himself, it's only Reeds. 26 HP is not really the situation you want to be in right now, but that defuse, it won't be too easy. Especially as 10 seconds need to be on the clock. There's Kicker right now in this duel. The ball comes in, and that's going to be the duel he's not able to win. But Reeds' timer, what does it say? It will work. No! Oh no, he just moved away due to a bit of flame damage. Is it going to be enough or not? Oh my goodness, 0.1 seconds. And Reeds, as the last second of the Molotov was actually still on the ground, it came a little too close for him. So he could have thought, I'm surviving this anyway, but logically, in the moment, in the process, it's not that easy to react to it. And therefore, Kinguin still secure their third. Well done here from Mousino. But still, Kicker, what a potential of a clutch it was. Zamalo comes down to 8, goes deep. They definitely want fast mid-control right now. And there comes the first. This is crucial. And this is Mousino with 2 again. Is able to survive. Buster is going to say the only one in the middle. This was mid-control fast. AVANGAR wants this quick. Because they feel quite confident with that bit. Boosted 2 up, but the Molotov and the anti-smoke was already there, which was well coordinated in it and by the terrorists, but firepower and Mousino, who's hungry for that. Very obviously, the firepower, it was more than enough. Buster, Fitch, and James. A bit of a hard time right now. The flashbang was well done. Oh, there comes another. And that's FAMAS doing the job. James is the last individual with the op. And his head is being split into 2 pieces. And as AVANGAR is right now having themselves one of those last rounds for the moment, they gotta use it. So far, not much happened. CZ, as well as the Deagle, might be just the tools you can actually use in this. Like, legit, those guns in the hands of a Buster that might work. The nade goes Steve over White Box. And that hurts. There, once we're playing it towards middle, we haven't seen too much B aggression from the players, mostly. As their focus is definitely on the A side. Feeling more comfortable there, it seems to be the case. As well as on middle, but... Oh, Mosfino getting a lot of damage there. Molotov comes close and deep. As it comes so close and personal, this might be now exactly the rotation you want to have. Switching over to the B side when you dealt damage, when you have a bit of information, especially, you got players just in front of the gates. But it seems like at that point in time, Fitch & Co. rather choose to play the highway situation. Taz is going to support Muniz in this play. Oh no, and the this is just a tiny angle to hold. You can't do it against Jane. And that means Taz, time to shine, my dear. And then it's going to go first, the jumping crimson. It's disgusting how that ZZ even works in a jumping mode. And therefore, Kinguin going to save those rifles.
Bomb has been planted.
As Kinguin, gotta give the number 4 to AVANGAR. This would have been a crucial round here for the lads from Poland. As they're even having both CTs who were left alive dying. This will be the force come in. We see 1,400, 500. Back there onto the Kinguin players, and therefore everything else would be a bit of a surprise, because double eco is going to come in anyway. Did they really eco? Okay, unusual decision I would say, but see a bit of stuff coming through. I mean, losing bonus right now will be 1,400. Then they go for, yeah, armor and the pistol, possibly. Interesting decision. Let's say it like that. And the B stack, that's going to come in. AVANGAR might just read that quite early. As if only placed a Buster, and yeah, timeouts. Timeout from Buster. Something doesn't work here. And as the pause somehow doesn't happen, no, it's just the rerun that comes in a second. So, Kinguin. Reeds and his team showing us this back and forth. I mean, on train it has been seemingly a bit stronger, obviously. I mean, it's more likely their map pick, but like on the other hand, when we take a look at the previous opponents, you guys had it's Cash being both a proving ground, let's say it like that. Fragsters, twice the opponent of Kinguin. Same with United. Euronics, Sprout, Euronics, all the German teams, Sprout, Euronics, both the German teams actually taken out by them as well, which is quite decent. 14-16 loss against Mibir, which is something to say. And why don't we take a look then over onto the lads of AVANGAR? It's mostly CAS teams they're playing. I mean, with all due respect, the CAS teams aren't the strongest. Winsights, Pro 100, Spirit, Monolith. Don't necessarily want to compare them in the same tier as Kinguin is. As actually Kinguin is a top 20 team. And you have to say, from the starting point of this tournament, right, which was basically a very, very fundamental prize pool, and that very fundamental prize pool actually turned around to be, let's say, a really good prize pool. $57,000. 40% go to the winner, plus 4,000 fundamental. So the basics, essentials, starting was 4,000 for the winner and 40% of crowdfunding. So seems fair to me. We had phenomenal teams in this tournament. Imperial, Vegas Squadron, Alternate Attacks, AGO, Fragsters. Not the easiest teams, you have to say. And also a lot of CIS teams, like Good Job, like EPG, like Nemiga, like 4C. So definitely an enjoyable tournament throughout the entire outcome. And I mean, we had also a few interesting surprises, to say it like that. Alternate Attacks, for example, winning against Windigo and Imperial, which is not that usual, to be very, very honest. I really have to say it like that. I really, really have to say it like that. And it's unpaused. We're finally back at it. 4-4. AVANGAR continuing against Kinguin. Back here on Cash, our final map. Which, I said it from start on, this is going to be a free mapper. 100%. Because both teams are usually playing very, very tight maps against each other. So, that is no real surprise to me. They're not straying around, they're dead serious about this. It's about big money, and it's about AVANGAR, as well as Kinguin, showing the world what they're actually made of. Reeds passing by. It was a first. Molotov deep down middle. Very understandable. Give it a sandbags. No one is going to hide there. At least from now on anymore. And here in the Mac 10, the Mac 10 has two modes for me. It's either laser-guided bullets, which instantly hit everything, or it goes, the shots are going to the Serengeti, back to China, and then back to the actual server. So two modes, laser-guided, all over the world. I like the laser-guided mode, by the way. Present finding himself a frag onto Machino. It's going to be working at least a little bit. But yeah, no big surprise actually. They dealt not too much damage. Crimson finding free, and that also means $1,800. And I think AVANGAR, to just give it to AVANGAR, excuse me, Alternate Attacks is really a team you might be looking out for in the future. I mean, Hunden, surely not the best fragger, but having a really decent off with Sirsan, having good in-game leading skills himself, of course, being not the best killing guy as well. Stefan can put up massively. Tensky is a great support, and will have a new role in the team. It's going to be very interesting. James, though, first of all, having that jump boost, it's phenomenal. Right now, Kinguin, with that sort of buy, it's far away from satisfying. UMP as well as MP9 are not those guns you want to have. And as we're seeing, control bit by bit, 60 seconds still left. More be happy they have been so far, but they haven't spotted out anyone. And not Kinguin, of course, playing it as stiff as possible. 3 players towards the middle. So the rotation towards A, it could be fast, technically speaking. Taz could make a quick move with Reeds and Rowland coming in at time. Mostly this could also be great if they would have made any steps towards main, because then they would have had the information, but that didn't happen. And there they come, Buster cutting through. The problem is, someone is waiting behind. Taz can't find too much. As Kicker finding himself at least beneath. The frag has made, and one other player back in the coffin where he belongs, at least for AVANGAR. And now, with those smokes, you got a little bit of a wall up ahead of you. Reeds just gonna wait it out. The Molotov is very uncomfortable here for Jane, but there the spray, it works, of course. Because when you smoke yourself through, it must be the one position you're at. And that just worked out. No kid on the players. Quick defuse coming in, though. And that should be all you need. Taz is getting it through. And a team of Kinguin securing number 5, back and forth and back and forth. Welcome to Counter-Strike, and welcome to the Hellcase finals, as it seems like the back and forth is showing us how close those teams are skill-wise. So close to each other, both extremely talented, both extremely good. As AVANGAR right now in a situation where 2 of them are down to 0. I mean, both teams pretty much shut down their opponents winning this round from an economic perspective. AVANGAR would be in a less troubling situation than the guys from Kinguin, but I mean, 1,300 is the maximum you have. Losing bonus starts with 1.4k. AVANGAR could secure himself a quite decent half with this, and right now Reeds as well as Mauzinho, they're hearing this. And Reeds is not going to come in, but do they expect him right there? Well, by now they do. Low HP is not your friend. Oh, Reeds still finds himself another. James and Fitch, they need to hold this up on their own, and I can hardly imagine that Kinguin will just go for the safe in this. Really passive. They have the kit onto 2 players, which makes it all more and more possible. Talking about it, Fitch is taken out, and James needs him to play of his life. He wants to secure number 6 right now for his team. There it comes. First players at him, but no chance. Right hand side. Rowland arrives. 65, AVANGAR. Yeah, I mean, economically speaking, still in a decent position because they've got themselves that plant down, made a few frags here and there. And therefore, it's gonna be enough on their bank account. And just to talk about that Hunden topic real quick, Hunden is really not a good fragger. I agree with you. He's definitely not the best regarding that, but I still think he has so much to bring to teams, structure-wise, mentality-wise, that he's an anchor. And I think he can bring teams at least in a top 30 position. I think alternate attacks with the new lineup could be a top 30 team. But anyway, Mauzinho always seeing the run boost. Oh, and James, major disrespect, major jump, and it feels like he took some shrooms like Mario did. With that jump, secured the entry onto the B sites. And now, Fitch can do the Usain Bolt over there and B. Kinguin's going to save back and forth for back at it. At least Minis tries to shut down a few. It might be a little bit sandwich in a second. Molotov, does he survive it? He's standing in it. He can still do it. Phenomenal. Finds the frag. Another one to come in. They're all running in. They're all saying, knock, knock, you want to kill us maybe? And then he's like, sure, no problem. 6-6 is showing us this match has been balanced from start on. As we're seeing, AVANGAR running an opponent up ahead of them, who's still equipped with something. Technically speaking, when we take a look at it, AVANGAR picking this round, dealing a lot of damage, 7-6. They could, from then on, get the 9-6 due to the economic situation of their opponent. And their varying playstyle from super aggressive to super passive, like we had the run boost, and then also situations where it didn't happen anything until minute 1, it works out because Kinguin seemingly can 100% adapt to it, and they don't feel 100% prepared. At least that is what it looks like. With the frag onto Buster, though, they've taken out an individual who found the entry back over on B, but also an AK for free. My rhyme game seems to be super hot fire. Let's see. Who's gonna be the team who's to desire? Okay, that was saved, sort of. Taz now, waiting just for the player to come out of Squeaky any second, as Kicker is going to be the one making the move from main, and as you see, he's just gonna wait for the right time. He sees the barrel and therefore makes it work. Still making their late rotation is very legit, but on the other hand, Kinguin don't seem to be too shaky about it, whilst on the other hand, Vreets is down to 4 HP. His patience is a crucial part. Whilst he hears those steps. That's now where the move and the concentration needs to be 100% there, and he still finds that shot phenomenally. Kicker's gonna make that plant. Okay, Kicker, that was close. In the end, it felt for a second like that could be shockingly turning around just due to not finding the right position. But Kicker is just behind the corner. Fitch has been taken out of Reeds. Saw Kicker, and now he might just have the opportunity to do it. Nice to just spray through as much as possible. Switches over to the pistol, but one tap. It's gonna happen. You're not going to keep them onto the site. This Kicker finds him in the end. And AVANGAR are exactly doing what expected. 2,000 is left onto Kinguin, so this round should technically be the one for AVANGAR. So 8-6, their half, and from then point on, we still don't have the best losing bonus in favor of Kinguin, because it will be 1,900, and for 1,900, I mean 2,600, 4,500 will be, for example, on rates. Quick maths, by the way, if you didn't notice. And that's really the point where you can really say, okay, that might be working out. It just might be. As Kinguin logically seems quite chanceless in this round. As I'm opening up my mouth, it's Reed's finding Fitch. So, it's something. And it's beautiful. Getting at least one after another, but Yop is not too great when it comes down to getting additional economic bonus. But there you see it, 5,300. My maths have been horribly wrong. But in the end, it's enough. And Reeds and Co. are right now making the right move. They can still bring it to 7-6, and from that point on, it's quite decent. Jaime and Co have an opponent who's weakened, economically speaking, and also, with one of them at least, regarding the weaponry. As you see, Minis finds at least down one frag onto Kicker, but so far that didn't really stop AVANGAR from doing anything. As they're coming, Minis with another. His position, they interestingly enough never really played that one, but on the other hand, that made it work. Rallen just waits it out for the moment. Buster gonna stay back on the side. Rallen is a little too close. Jaime finds himself long-range frag somehow. That's what the one they need. Fit should be an easy one. On the other hand, AVANGAR has delivered us a great performance so far. I'm talking about Buster finds himself that frag he needed. Does he find himself Mausino as well? Is the question. He does! And secures the triple in the end. AVANGAR with the 9-2-6. And just from statistics, right? Just from what we have previously seen here on the entire Best of 3 series, you are actually realizing that even in case AVANGAR's getting this pistol, the conversion is usually the one they're failing in. As they're trying to keep it all for a little bit of this early A-side push. I mean, this is something they might have seen in demos. We've seen it on Mirage. They were really prepared regarding what Kinguin is about to do. But in the end, it's Rallen putting him down, and that is Kicker's dead. Buster is now staying back onto the site together with his teammate Jaime, but as I say his name, he's taken out. Buster with 1. That's a beautiful start. Might just continue to take out tasks. That's not going to be the case. And that's C4. It's going to be planted. And there for Fitch and Krisen.
Bomb has been planted.
Gonna have an easy time with this. 4 players they need to fight. Here it comes. It's a little bit brutal. Fitch and Krisen. They're trying, and they're trying to tap it away, but that doesn't work in the end. No exit tracks even for you. Sad story for Krisen. Kinguin with number 7.
Terrorists win.
So what's up with the prize pool? It's a legit question. The prize pool is just like this. So there was a basic prize pool set from the organizers, and then there was cases, like, you know, those cases you usually get in Counter-Strike, but then on Hellcase.com. So you get those Hellcase cases, a percentage of the amount you put into those cases adds up to the prize pool, and then this is the prize pool. So basically it's crowdfunded, sort of. Which in my eyes is a cool idea for Counter-Strike. I find it kind of sad that you don't have that many sort of crowdfunded tournaments anymore. Or barely any. I think it's a cool idea. And, you know, let's say it like this. And I still don't understand it. I'm not too deep into it. I don't have any inside information, so someone knows better than me. There are stickers for majors. 50% of the sticker of the sticker prize goes to Valve, 50% to the lads of the organizations. Just imagine, from those 50% Valve is taken, 25% is going to Valve itself, whatever they want to do it, and 25% are going for the major prize pool. I could imagine we would have at least a double amount of money in it, but I might be wrong. Please don't. I don't want to say that it's 100% like that or anything. Just my 2 cents about it. Either way, Buster is not gonna have a fun time with this because Kinguin is coming, and Kinguin are not interested in playing around. Therefore, finding themselves nothing else. And just around number 8, we're gonna have a tie, pretty much. Pretty surely we do. Is Kinguin even do this flawless? Their accountant says thank you very much regarding that.
Terrorists win.
With those 4 rifles, Kinguin is pulling through. It's always a little bit of a risk, right? Getting yourself mostly rifles instead of submachine guns. Surely you kill your opponent more easily, but a Mach 10 mostly does the job. If Kinguin right now are bringing it then from the tie to a lead when their opponent is having the full bind, that's a different sort of story right now, though. AVANGAR's not having anything, really. Just a bit of utility onto Crescent. Kicker just getting armor on his ZZ, which is a little bit of a risk, you could say, but he still is economically on the good side of things regarding the next round. Not quite sure if he was too blind to spot Taz, but now he definitely knows. He takes a long-range duel with the ZZ. Kicker at that point. Moving back. Mouse finding himself Fitch, and in the end, that seems to be the team of Kinguin. Just wait patiently for the right moments, but B-side it seems to be in AVANGAR. They've set all 4 players exactly there, and that might be the position where it gets a little risky, though the nade is steep. Buster waits, Buster can't tap away anyone. No, it doesn't seem to be the case. So in the end, 9-9. A tie we had. AVANGAR started off this half with 9-6. We couldn't connect from the pistol on. It seems like pistols in general is not really an AVANGAR sort of thing. Ritsuko, alright, now setting it very much onto the mid position. It seems very reasonable, though. On the other hand, Manise, caught off guard. Gonna be not the easiest situation up ahead, and when you had only 4 players, mid control could be a reasonable sort of thing to go further. I mean, especially when you got the smoke and could try to push it onto highway, but as you see, Taz is going to take a little longer, and this is where all the players are suddenly coming over Venture Room, and this is actually where Taz couldn't do a thing. Taken out, AVANGAR, once the guns are really in, they find themselves those double digits, the success. And it takes a while, though, for the Kazakhstan team to now shut down the economy of their opponent. You see still 5.2k onto Taz. Right now, shutting them down, though, taking them out, executing every single one. That would be, let's say, that would be a great fundamental start. The headstone of all of this. Headstone, success. Here, and cash. Gardo, you have to really say, when you watch them a little bit more throughout the recent months, this is not their A game they're delivering, though. Talking about it, Kicker finds himself the frag to get over James, putting it into a 4 versus 3. I mean, he's just waiting for that player who usually goes for information over highway. They'll now come and Fitch. They have all the utility to deny them. all of it. They still have an opponent up in middle, no problem though. And it's everything suddenly working out with 4 HP. James still gets himself a second. And this is all very clinical right now. This is no flashy, insane plays. This is just working. And you see right now, this is a crucial one. This one matters so goddamn much. And if you're asking yourself why, well, it is quite simple. Your opponent, well, say it like this. Your opponent is about to shut you down entirely on an economic basis. So, let's consider for a second, right, that AVANGAR's winning this round. Economically speaking, Kinguin is still in a good losing bonus, but their reserves are horrible. They're bad. No chance. Really, they're not good at all. Right now, Fitch and Co. It would matter too much about that. In which this round, number 21 is where it could work out. And James, as well as Kicker, both are finding crucial frags towards A main, and Kinguin were so goddamn good in train. We've played extremely close matchup back on Mirage. Might just fall short at that point in time. Fitch still having 2 positions to hold. Now moves back on site where we get the most of the cover. The player over on highway, that's information gained. Kicker, he wins the duel. And that was a crucial one, because otherwise it would be man equalized. And Rowland got still a Mousinho. Might help him. Deal the damage. Oh no, Mousinho, this was all yours! And suddenly it doesn't work out. Oh, this is a shame, but at least Rowland is there able to get Crizzen. Still, it's 40 seconds left on the clock. The bomb is far away from them, especially it's Mouse who needs to take a long path at that point. Kicker's gonna spot it. And Harry, you saw it just right there. He just moved back instantly and was like, oh yeah, I don't need to go any further. I got this. The safe. It would be reasonable. Seems like they're not interested anymore. Kicker definitely has been hurt here at the staff as well. As Rowland at least doing the refract, but he knows I can't make it on any of those bomb sites anymore. I can forget about it. At least 1 rifle saved. The problem is for Kinguin. The reserves are there for AVANGAR. They got the money left in their bank accounts. James on 7-8, Crizzen on 4-7, and a Buster who can buy from one of his teammates. Kinguin is gonna have a tough round up ahead of him. The decision they need to make is an eco, of course. AVANGAR will secure number 13, technically speaking, when we consider that the guns they're having right now are the ones you actually need. Fun information, by the way. Just from someone who knows a little bit, not too much, but a little bit about cars. This is a V8 engine. This is 4 cylinders here, 4 cylinders here, and they're in a V formation. Ta-da. V8. Anyway. It's AVANGAR having a free run advantage. It's not much. In Counter-Strike, this can be decimated in just a few, and well, very accurately in 3 rounds. And also AVANGAR team, which, I'll just say, nice. They're very vulnerable when it comes down to the opponents having just those pistols. There were a few situations when you would have thought that AVANGAR would have pretty much got the round. There was no way they were going to lose it, but then suddenly pistols were striking. Suddenly a few Deagle and P250 shots got exchanged when Kinguin came out on top. James, it's the first, now retreats. No close range duel he wants to take. Rather moves over to one of the bomb sites. And in this situation, it seems like he's picking up the right one. Buster finds the first. Pre-fire comes in. They didn't hear those steps, actually. I mean, he comes down with the bomb, and suddenly he even got himself the free C4 just up ahead of him, laying near to his feet. Now Reitz. Not by Kicker at least, but a bit more damage. That would be nice to have. They can look around and... Oh, the wallbang, I like it. I'm not quite sure if it's penetrable, though. Can you penetrate through? I don't know. It's gonna be Buster, though. Who knows that there's someone in the corner and reads? Does it right, but it's gonna be executed. In this round, it could say a lot. And it is a lot. $13-9. Kinguin. It might fall apart at that one. Losing bonus is gonna reach its max in the follow-up. That's nice, but it's not much more than nice. Buster. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, he definitely was spotted there by Beniz. He jumps up again, and this is a major risk, and it would make a lot of sense. Keep it off for the moment. The flashbang was just perfectly timed. Crizin can only find himself one. The B-side is open. Utility that's now going to be thrown, and Kicker waits for the right time in the C4. Didn't make it on yet.
Bomb has been planted.
Safe is going to come in. The majority of AVANGAR are still going to have a great buy, technically speaking, in follow-up, but they'd rather keep their chances more realistic for the future. Kicker sees if he can find any exit frags there in the end. Sort of all depends. There is actually nothing to really pick. I see what he wants to do. Okay, it's just what seemed like he wanted to pick that AWP up, but in the end, Kinguin might come closer. A bit of an economic buffer they've gotten themselves by now. And Buster, fully blind, doesn't see a thing, can't find the shot, and therefore he's still somehow magically able to escape. He escapes his near-death experience there. I mean, it's getting a little risky sometimes when you need to do those moves. Surely you try, but Buster finds it. That was crucial. Vent is open, and Rallen could technically do the move. Kicker is at least aware that Z might be coming. 60 more seconds. With those 60 more seconds, it comes just down to Kinguin talking about it. Was James finding a phenomenal frag onto Rallen? Not sure if it's just timed out or just waiting for something. It's an unusual position, let's say it like that. There's somehow back alive, okay. Fitch is making his job. Now as the nade comes in, it's gonna be not much utility left back on the side of Kinguin, so it's just a brutal force that comes through. Kicker tries to play it around the smoke, not gonna make it work. Reeds, you're on your own, you gotta find 4 and you got 15 more seconds, which makes it all so goddamn impossible. A beautiful shot. Reeds tries, but gets denied. 2,800, 3,900, 4,050. The money isn't there for Kinguin, really, but they're gonna invest it anyway. Pause. Very reasonable, though. Because in the end, nothing is lost. Far away from it, actually. Well, far away is a little bit far, actually, but the problem, though, Do you invest now and have a little bit of a scrappy buy, not really satisfying on every level, or do you rather put your opponent on match, map, and tournament point, but have a decent buy? It's a very, very difficult decision most of the time. Kinguin, they do it. All in. Now or never. I'm not quite sure what Rallen does there. Do you want to buy that or not? Because it feels like he didn't. Oh, or maybe just gave it to Mazinha. Also a legitimate option. Now let's see what he can do with that. If the SG553, the COD gun, is gonna actually live up to its standards and become that meme that actually could be a successful tool of killing right here for Kinguin. As they're all just waiting in front of B. A brute force it seems to be. AVANGAR is quite ready for that. No steps or A main, so they're coming. The Molotov is brutal. They're burning down every single individual quite badly. And Kicker, he can't do much about it though at that point. Buster comes with one, gets taken out. And over there onto Hatchet, he at least gets one frag, tries to escape and does do so. Suddenly though, Kinguin is somehow on the site. Retaking this won't be the easiest task. Kicker is down to just low HP.
Bomb has been planted.
And Mousinho does it beautifully. The save could be very reasonable at that point. Fitch is on 100, same with Jame. If they find one frag ASAP, yeah, then you might do it, but at that point in time, safe as it's going to be. AVANGAR cannot secure number 15 right now.
Terrorists win.
11-14, Kinguin still survived another one. Their buy was scrappy. The SG553 was a useful tool, though, anyway. I'm talking about, very interestingly, enemies flashed. I love this statistic. Mazinho with 23. I see the economy right now of Kinguin also quite mixed, but AVANGAR still got one of those buys left. Let's see what they can do with it. It's going to be Kinguin just playing full throttle by now. Aggressive towards the bomb sites as soon as possible. As they're a little bit more patient, all towards A main. Smokes are going to be set. Highway. That's probably something towards the side as well. This is so well executed. Can it though work is the question. Kicker starts things off. As Quickie definitely has been hurt at that point. Player also found, and now they're coming all at him. And this is problematic. Mousinho though with a crucial double. If the SG is going to find anything more right now, that is the sort of question you need to ask, because has been successful in the previous, might be even more successful in this one. They're under pressure. No bomb in their hands, no utility with them. And Mousinho's body might have been spotted. That is the case. Reeds comes out. Reeds takes at least out Fitch. Fitch taken out. Is it possible? But Buster denies. And take a look at that economy from Kinguin. Kinguin is a team that can definitely do upsets. Kinguin is a team, especially with, well, not the best guns. They can do massive upsets. The ones you don't expect. The ones you wouldn't really see coming. As we see, well, Galil, Op, AK, and 2 pistols. Will AVANGAR close the deal right here? Or will Kinguin stay alive any longer? This is the question, because Very honestly. AVANGAR have a good chance. Finishes off, but Kinguin very patiently they're playing. You see, they're open for any over-aggressive setups. Taz, especially with his Deagle, up on the truck to see if anyone is coming to be boosted up. Seems like they've set themselves up. B-side's gonna be a run boost we've previously from Jame. They're not gonna find anyone. No one stands there. An aggressive sort of stance. It's Buster who's just waiting for the feet to appear, but oh, this angle, it might just get a little tricky, because the angle he holds is where the opponents will appear just any second. And there's the off, first frag found. It's a little too risky, maybe, but in the end, it's going to be Fitch, who now needs to hold him up for a little longer. Marcinho, as well as Reeds. No, it's not going to be Reeds. He finds, and somehow that side of B is open, and the safe, it's instantly coming in. Kicker and Jame, decision has been made. Keep those guns. And as they've got all those guns, and once more it's AVANGAR not having the best economic situation. How's it gonna be? The force seems to just happen. It can't go any other way. Fitch will do possibly the same. Krisen is down to 1.45. It would be at least surprising if he doesn't want to force. It seems that they're hoping that they find any buy right now. Okay, it seems like they at least want that one of their teammates is killing someone and therefore can grab a gun. Legitimate points. That could be one of the ideas behind it, but many things that go through the player's mind at that point. Minis now spotted. Jame needs to find the frag, but Minis not sure if he wants to peek there at that point. Oh no, he just gets a body shot there. Krisen can instantly extinguish the fire, but it's getting a little tricky right now for the Opera of Kinguin as the Polish player has only 22 HP left onto him. Can't find the shot, same as though with Krisen. Maybe a little bit nervous. Denise can't make it at that point. Was at the same time. Players focusing a little bit towards middle. Nobody really onto the A site. We see main has been left alone also by AVANGAR, and the rotation seems to come in at that point. 60 more seconds, and Kinguin, if they'd like to, they could still rotate. But it seems like they don't want. Seems like now Buster is the only player comes through. Oh, he wants to push through, and somehow the bomb is now up out in the open. And Fitch needs to be fast. Taz as well as Mini somehow need to do something about it. And Taz is on his own. He's executed. 22 points of health for the last Polish player. And this needs to be a magical op clutch coming in here from Minis. He hasn't really delivered throughout this game, but now this could be his time to shine. If anyone expects him to come down onto the site, that would be the point in time. But he goes for the plant. And it's taken out. Kicker secures it. 16-12. We got a victor. We got a winner for the Hellcase Cup number 7. AVANGAR, they did it. Best of 3 series. Won Mirage barely. Pretty much stomped down there on train. And then it happens. They finish it off back there on cash. As they were not really looking like this is their A game, but it's still solid. And then Kinguin second place. It's still a good result with all the competition we had here at the Hellcase Cup. Well, that was pretty much it. I thank you very much for tuning in. It was a pleasure casting for you. My name is Sesh. If you want to know more, the socials are in the description and everywhere, so feel free to do so. If not, it's also okay. Enjoy your night, enjoy your day, wherever you are. Enjoy your time, and bye-bye.
Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.